Don't take another vacation until you hear what I have to say. Today I want to take you on an awe-inspiring journey across the prairies of Montana. So let's go and get lost. I used to think Montana was boring until I learned some of its history and saw its beauty for myself. If you're like me, you have a bucket list, make sure you put vacationing in Montana on your bucket list. Don't take another vacation until you've seen what Montana has to offer. According to Montana's Department of Tourism, 10.8 million visitors traveled to Montana in 2012. That's a lot of people. Research studies have shown that those who have seen advertisements about Montana are more likely to travel there. If I see an advertisement and I like the place, I know I'm going to be there. I hope you will be one of those once you've seen and heard what I have to show about this state. I will give you a brief history of how Montana became a state, an insider's guide to the 2 national parks, and the many different plants and animals you might encounter while you visit Montana. Let's begin by learning about the history. Native Americans were the first to inhabit Montana. Some of the tribes include the Crow, the Blackfeet, and the Cheyenne. Lewis and Clark were the first explorers in the early 1800s, followed by the fur trappers and traders. Unfortunately, the fur trappers and traders brought alcohol and disease to the Native Americans. Shortly thereafter, prospectors came in search of gold, which led to Montana becoming a territory in 1864 and finally in statehood in 1889. Now that you know a brief history about Montana, let's discuss some of its destinations. Montana is home to 2 national parks, Yellowstone National Park and Glacier National Park. There are many different things that you can do while in either one of these parks. For example, you can experience it on horseback, camp in the rustic majesty of the backcountry, see the magnificent scenery, experience fun fishing in the nearby streams and lakes, and enjoy a campfire under the stars. Enjoy hiking while taking in the fresh air, basking in the sunlight, catch a glimpse of the wildlife while viewing the mountains in the distance. Established in 1872, Yellowstone National Park is the first national park. Visit Old Faithful, one of the most predictable geysers of Yellowstone. The Old Faithful area is known as the Upper Geyser Basin. Old Faithful eruptions can last 1.5 to 5 minutes. It's a long time. It can also expel 3,700 to 8,400 gallons of boiling water. Now that's a lot of hot water. The eruptions can also reach heights of 106 to 184 feet. Better watch out below. You can also see Mammoth Hot Springs in all of its beauty and wonder, or visit Morning Glory Pool, named in the 1880s for its likeness to the Morning Glory flower. Can't you tell? According to the National Park Service, it's one of the favorite destinations of park visitors. It is beautiful. Glacier National Park is just as beautiful. It is the crown jewel in America's national park system. It's a park bridging 2 nations. It bridges to the United States to Canada by connecting Waterton Lakes National Park to Glacier National Park. There are also many different campgrounds, resorts, and lodges that you can stay at while there. Who wouldn't want to enjoy the crackling of a campfire while roasting hot dogs and marshmallows and sing Kumbaya, you know? Then you can sleep under the stars in the national park. Now that you know a little bit more about Montana's national parks, let's discuss some of the plants and animals you may encounter while you're there. Watch out for the bears. Montana has a wide variety of ecosystems: wetlands, forests, grasslands, and deserts, each with its own unique geography and plant and animal life. The state of Montana has listed 140 plant and animal species as species of special concern. Some of these include the bald eagle, the grizzly bear, and the gray wolf, which is considered as endangered. See where the buffalo roam and experience the North American plains Indians, how they lived. Exquisite wildflowers flourish in the alpine meadows and prairie grasslands. Over 1,400 species of wildflowers bloom here. Some include the Indian paintbrush, the yellow monkey flower, the fireweed, and June grass. So, relax and enjoy the tranquility of being deep in the natural environment while learning the history of the native people who first inhabited this land. Whether your goal is to fish for trout in the many streams and lakes, or to just see the land in all of its glory, Montana is the place to go. Now get up, grab your camera, and see this awe-inspiring land for yourself. You will not regret it. And you will also be marking one item off of that bucket list.